If you watched my last video, you will know two things. One, I filmed this on the same day, and two, I hate defacing books. However, there is an exception to that. If you're not familiar with author Kerry Smith, then you really should be. She's created this wonderful series of books, the first one being Wreck This Journal, then Finish This Book, and finally, This Is Not a Book. I have another video about this which I will link to in the description, or you can just click here, where I began to do this book, hence the moustachiness on the front. This time I've already done the things previously and I'm just going to show you what I've done and tell you about it. The first page we're going to look at is page 7, which is a test of endurance. It says to hold the book above your head as long as possible and then record the time. I literally sat in my room like this for 2 minutes and 8 seconds, which is not that impressive, but I got bored, so I stopped. Next we turn over to page 8 and 9, where it says just to add a load of landscape and random stuff into the page. At first it was just a plain picture of like an ocean, and I drew in a little guy swimming, there's a dolphin diving into the water, I've got a boat, I've got a really overly happy sunshine, I've got a little desert island and some birds, and then I've added a few more waves to it. And I'll probably add stuff to that as time goes on. Can you tell my voice is like disappearing? On pages 12 and 13 there's another ongoing one, which is a thought garden, and all I've got on here so far is Zarvan, which is from a trilogy that I'm working on. The first one will be available hopefully soon, but I'll keep you updated on that. And the second one, it says Bar Rupert. That is to do with a lesson that we did the other day where I wrote a short story about a sheep that got lost and it was called Rupert. The next page is kind of stuck together. I'll attempt to show you, but it basically says in it, this is an annoyance, and you've got to make it the most annoying page ever. So I put nail varnish and then just rubbed it all over the page. Like, I literally was just like for a while, and it's kind of like stuck together, and then I tore it and I scrumpled it all up and I just attacked it with a pen, and now it's just annoying because the book won't close properly. And finally, on this page, you got to make a choice. You got to go to a certain page, turn forward 5 pages, and do whatever that page says. I ended up on page 78, so let's go to that page. This is the page I ended up on, which is an escape capsule, and it just asks you to list everything that you take with you. So I put lamb chop, not a food, just before anyone says that. There used to be a show on years ago called Lamb Chop's Play Along or Sing Along, I think it was Play Along, but I can't remember, which starred a little puppet of a sheep, which has been my favourite toy for like ever, and I took her. My DS, which I got for Christmas, it's very pretty, and it's also not on when I thought it was. My chargers for both my iPhone and my DS, because if they run out of battery then what's the point of taking them? Oh, my iPhone's another one. I would take William. I would take The Lord of the Rings, because you're crazy if you don't like The Lord of the Rings. And a change of clothes, because, you know, otherwise you'd smell funny and nobody wants that. Oh, I lied, that wasn't the final one. Another page was to make the page into something else, so transform it. So I ripped it out and it's become a paper airplane. That's it for now. I will see you on Friday, but until then, farewell strangers. I feel like my voice is just giving up on me.